It's dime time! Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right, it's dime time. Picked up 2 boxes of circulated dimes in hopes for silver, proofs, any errors and varieties we can find, and of course, foreigns as well. I've had my fair share of luck with dimes. I've also had a lot of dime time, scut times, if you will. So I'm hoping 2 boxes is enough to find some goodies to post this video. If for some reason we have a lack of finds, obviously I'll marry this hunt with a future hunt. That being said, we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for some goodies. I've checked the tops of all these rolls. Don't see anything that says I'm silver or odd. Doesn't mean there's not silver enters on the bottom sides or some silver inside. Enough chit chat. Let's get hunting. Roll 1. Let's find some goodies. We're on roll 45 of the first box. Yep, 45 straight rolls almost with no finds. The only 2 finds I have here is a 2017 that has been sanded down quite a bit. Thought it was odd. And then I also found a pretty nice rose-toned dime that I also kept. That being said, I bring in because I'm not certain yet. But that looks like silver, and it looks like it could be old. Now, I've been wrong twice. This is the 3rd time I'm filming something, but this looks pretty good. $19.57, minted in Denver. We got our first silver dime of the box. 45 rolls in. 5 more to go after this roll. Well, maybe we're on to something here. Very next roll, roll 46. I think we have another silver dime. Almost in the exact same spot as the other one. And we do. 1964. Minted in Denver. Silver dime number 2. And that's back-to-back rolls. Hopefully we're getting into something here. And it bleeds into box 2. Let's keep looking. With back-to-back rolls having silver, I figured I would open this one live. Just in case we get lucky. And find something silvery in the 3rd straight roll. You know how it is though. You turn the camera on. And the luck goes away. Alright, nothing there. We'll do the last few rolls just like this. If I find something, I'll bring in. Roll 48, just in case. Oh, take a look at that. We got one live for you guys. And again, towards the front of the roll. Silver dime number 3. Let me zoom in here and we'll take a look at it together. $19.62, minted in Denver. Silver dime number 3 of the hunt. Roll 49. Like I said, we'll do the last 5 or 6 live just because we're finding silver in them right now. And that one looks like it's going to be a skunk. Bring it back in for the final roll. Roll number 50. The final roll of the first box, which was completely dead until the last 6 rolls. We have found 3 silvers in the last 5 so far. Can we get a 4th out of the last 6? I don't see anything in here. Odd edge here is probably a 60s, pretty worn. 1969. Knew it was old. But I don't see anything silvery in this roll. So I'll be back with a wrap-up. And then we'll pray that this box bled into the other one. All right, we finished hunting the first box. And you know what? What started off to be a disappointment box ended up being a great box for me. I got 3 silver dimes. A 57D, a 62D, and a 64D. Can't believe we got 3 silvers in the final 6 rolls to make the box. Not a bad one. Of course, you saw that rose-colored dime as well. It's not going to pick up very good on the camera, but that's okay. I know it's rose-colored. You can see it next to the other ones and the damaged one. Now that we got one box down and we have some silver finds, Let's pray, since I picked these up together, that ending is somewhere in here as well. That also reminds me, we didn't find any 2009 dimes in that whole box. They're getting harder and harder for me to find out here, but we're always on the lookout for them. All right, I'll bring you in when I have my first find. Fingers crossed. Roll 27 of box 2, and we got something silvery, but it looks a little odd, like it's not the right color. Figured I'd bring in just in case. Yeah. I knew it looked suspicious, all right. And it was certainly not a U.S. silver dime. Instead, I think that's a 71. 1971 Canadian dime. Just missed Canadian silver by 3 years. Still, cool find. I'll add it to the board. And check this out. Rub slick, toner. Rub slick, toner. Rub slicked. We're due for a toner. Well, we're on the last roll of the second box, and it's been a silver skunk box, a 2009 skunk box. We do have a finder too that I'll show you the wrap up, but I wanted to open the last roll live just in case we got lucky. And I'm not seeing any luck here, so I'll be back with the wrap up unless something is hiding in this roll. Another box of dimes is hunted. Before I give you the final wrap up, I do want to show you, I've got a couple of dimes underneath here. They're both 1970 Philadelphias, and you do want to check the reverse on these. If you look at the top torch, you'll notice that on this example, we have some heavy lines running at a 45-degree angle at the left side to the top of the torch. If I bring up the other 1970, you don't really have those deep lines. You have these two smaller lines that are closer together. They're not heavily punched. But yet when I bring up the other one again, you can see them clearly. This is what's known as a 1970 Philadelphia dime with a proof reverse. And it is a variety that is recognized by PCGS. I don't normally look for them because a lot of the times it's hard to tell if you really have a strong proof reverse strike on it. But in this example, based upon the strength of the strike on the reverse on a 49, almost 50-year-old dime, and the fact that we have both those 45-degree lines on that torch, and when I compare it to a standard one, and I pulled out several of these and they all look just like that, then I'm pretty certain we've got one. Let me go and bring up the PCGS website and show you what it has for value and compare it to mine. So I brought up the PCGS website, and I'm on the pop report section, population report. So if I go to the 1970 dime, you can see there's a plus here. That means there's a couple of different varieties. One is just a standard 1970 10 cent, and the other one is a 1970 10 cent reverse of 68 proof FS 901. If I click on that one and I zoom in, you can clearly see those two 45-degree angle lines on the flame. Now, if I go to just the standard 1970 10 cent dime right here and click on it, and I bring up the reverse of that one, you don't see those two lines. You just have a little bit of those flame marks right there to the left. When I show you the back of the two that I'm looking at, the standard one right there, you can see the flame marks to the left. But when we go to the proof reverse, you can clearly see those two lines. Sorry for the shakiness. I'll bring it back on screen one more time so you can see it. Again, standard dime. Not a lot of detail, just a little bit of lines on the left of the flame. And when I grab my 1970 with the proof reverse, boom. Heavy strike, 45-degree angles on that flame. So pretty excited about that. I don't normally hunt for these because, again, it is hard to tell unless you have a pretty decent dime if it's a proof reverse or not. And unless it's in at least extremely fine condition, it's only $20 or less. In this condition, this might be a $20 to $25 dime, but I'll take it. For the wrap up, we ended up completing what we looked out to do on the Worn Slick, Toner, Worn Slick, Toner, Worn Slick, and Toner. I thought that was kind of funny. I also found a pretty nice 1985 dime here. It's a little bit soft around the edges, like it had a grease strike problem, but it's almost uncirculated. And then finally in that box, we did find a 1971 Canadian dime, 3 years off silver. But we did get those 3 dimes at the end of the first box, 57D, 62D, and a 64D, and those make me happy. Hopefully you enjoyed this dime time today. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.